There's absolutely no doubt that spirituality can provide strength during difficult times, hope for the future, and a sense of purpose. But when used incorrectly, it has the potential to destroy your health. I'll demonstrate exactly how with these 3 scenarios. Stick around for the end of this video because I'll share some interesting information about these scenarios. Here's the first one. Ashley was a devout Christian for many years. However, for one reason or the other, she started to backslide. She stopped going to church, reading her Bible, and praying. Ashley became more and more disconnected from her spiritual beliefs. Coincidentally, her health began to suffer soon after. As Ashley became increasingly unwell, her friends and family started to worry and urged her to go to the hospital. But here's the astonishing part. Ashley refused to seek medical treatment. Can you guess why? Well, it's because Ashley believed that her sickness was actually punishment for her sins. The belief that you are undeserving of healing because of previous sin is the first way that spirituality can destroy your health. This belief often causes persons to reject treatment and become unreceptive to medical advice until they reconcile with their spiritual views. So here's my advice for you. If you are sick, seek proper medical treatment. Regardless of your mistakes and decisions, you are always deserving of medical care. Now, let's move to the second scenario. Muhammad always prioritized his spirituality. He regularly attended the mosque and spent lots of time reading religious texts. So, of course, when Muhammad's son got sick, he became even more devoted to his spirituality in hopes that his son might be healed. Muhammad started to pray and fast even more than before. He even got the entire religious community to pray for his son. Unfortunately, despite Muhammad's best efforts, his son's condition only worsened and he eventually passed away. Muhammad found it extremely hard to cope with his son's death. He became depressed and frustrated because he was so disappointed that God had not intervened to save his son's life. He felt as if his efforts were all in vain and that God had abandoned him, perhaps even betrayed him. He began to overeat and even started drinking more and more alcohol. And this, my friends, is what we call negative religious coping. Negative religious coping is the second way that spirituality can destroy your health. Luckily, in many instances, these feelings and behaviors are only temporary. So here's my advice to you. Seek out social support. Talk to friends, family, and even a counselor so that they can help you process your feelings and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Now, let's move to the final scenario. Jessica's mom, Michelle, noticed that she had become increasingly thin and weak. Michelle became worried for her daughter, especially after she began acting strange. You see, Jessica started to talk to herself. She started hearing voices and seeing things that weren't even there. It was like nothing Michelle had ever seen before. Michelle insisted that these symptoms could not be natural, so she started to wonder. Then she remembered she had recently had an argument with her husband's mistress, Monica. So it must have been Monica who caused this to happen to her daughter. Jessica's mom became frantic and sought out the help of a spiritual healer. The healer told her exactly what to do to save her daughter, and so she did. But spoiler alert, it didn't work. Jessica's condition only worsened, and she eventually died from complications of anorexia. So what went wrong? Well, the spiritual healer provided false hope. And this is the third way that spirituality can destroy your health. Remember that spirituality is not the same as religion, and it includes a wide range of beliefs and practices. False hope usually has 2 extremes. Either it causes you to forego conventional medical treatment in favor of unproven therapeutic alternatives, or it may cause you to continuously seek excessive unnecessary medical intervention. This leads to loss in valuable time and misuse of resources. So here's my advice for you. Be discerning. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Even if you believe your symptoms do not make sense, consult a healthcare professional. I hope these scenarios have been eye-opening for you and that they help you to be more mindful of how spirituality can negatively affect your health. And now for the surprising information that I promised. All 3 of these scenarios are actually true. All of the names are different. I have personally known individuals exactly like Ashley, Mohammed, and Michelle, persons who have suffered because of their spiritual beliefs. If you've known anyone in a similar situation, type yes in the comments below. So what's the solution? It's quite simple really. Just be mindful of how your spiritual beliefs and practices might be impacting your health. Being in tune with your spirituality can be a wonderful thing that brings comfort, peace, and hope. Research proves that there are numerous health benefits of spiritual practices. Check out this video where I discuss exactly what these benefits are. Thanks for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. Together, we'll navigate our way to a healthier, more fulfilled life, one solution at a time.